this is India with Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's go ahead and get into today's topic, which will be, as you can see from the title, I am going to be comparing the Lululemon Everywhere belt bag that is all the rage, keeps selling out apparently, to this traditional belt bag. So the whole point of this video is not to go into every nitty-gritty detail about this Everywhere belt bag. There was someone who did an amazing 20-minute video because I had to figure out how you adjust the belt strap. They went into a really long, detailed video, and I'm sure because of the popularity of this bag, there are so many bag reviews on this item. But I do want to talk about a couple of features, but really more so, the point of my video is to, if you're trying to figure out whether to go for this bag or not, and you have a traditional kind of belt bag in this way, which is a fanny pack, y'all. It is a fanny pack. So to all the people who grew up in the 90s, it's a fanny pack. Just saying. It's a fanny pack. Anyway, so wanted to just do a comparison because I initially bought this one for a certain purpose and want to help out those people. If, like I said, if you're trying to figure out, go for this shape, which is kind of like the Cheshire Cat smile, or the regular, not regular, but the kind of updated belt bag version of the square pack, which this is an ultra popular bag. So let's go ahead and get into today's topic for today. So first off, I will just give brief dimensions on this item as well as this one, and then we'll talk about a few things which will be probably major differences with the one that I think is better over the other. Okay, so first off, the Lululemon belt bag. I know it has gone through some renditions and some updates because according to another video that I saw, the metal kind of clip in the back is no longer there. They made it plastic, so that is a big change. And I don't know about these adjustable little, I'm playing with this thing because, girl, what are you doing? Anyway, let me. Let me. Also, you'll notice the little straps on the back are more of this band versus this one who has the metal clasp to do the adjustments. The adjustments on this one I feel like are easier to figure out. It does take a second to kind of figure out how this goes, but I mean, unless you're growing from short to tall overnight, you usually shouldn't have to change the strap. However, if you plan on wearing this bag in multiple different ways, so like across your chest versus around your waist, you will need to do some adjustments and kind of be able to finagle this here to get it to do what you need it to do. But I do think that for active users, people who are running, things like that, I feel like it probably does feel a little bit more comfortable to have these banded straps versus having a metal clasp against their skin, which I think I heard was like more of some feedback that people provided. And the reason Lululemon may have made their changes. All right, so this is a water-resistant, water-repellent material, which is great. And then I wanted to give the measurements of this bag here. So it is 8.3 inches by 22 inches in width and then 5.7 inches. So that's the dimensions. All right. So quick spill, let me just show you the inside. So it does have the two metal pulls here, which are nice because you can open one or both. It does have compartments on the inside, which make it really nice. So you have a nice opening here, which opens really wide. You also have this portion here, which is a great slip pocket. And then the same length of it is just segmented into two smaller pockets you have, which are mesh materials, which is nice. So you can see what's going on the inside of your bag. Also, you have a zip in the back, which is great. That's where I put my phone. So you have a lot of areas to organize items, which I absolutely love. And it's designed in a way that does not take up too much space, which is great. On to the traditional fanny pack. All right, so you can see the little Cheshire Cat smile. So you do have a smaller pocket across the front with the lip. I will say this little lip here is aggravating. So if you're one of those people that also is a fan of LV and saw their bum bags, which people were kind of giving feedback about the lip. This is doing the same thing. Or their Palm Springs mini backpack. That was another one that I remember hearing, kind of like the lip here. Was it the Palm Springs? Maybe not. Anyway, I think so. But anyway, I never owned that bag. But it does have a pocket here. This pocket is decent enough to, like, if you want to fit your keys in it or chapstick, this is what I would put in there. I also would put my ID in there if I didn't put my whole card holder. But usually I would just say this is a great spot to get to quick, small items that you need frequently and are small. So chapstick, keys, great place for that to go. Like I said, the lip does get in the way. And then this is your other traditional zipper pocket here. So you have the long zipper pulls, which are great. The lip here is also kind of like a hindrance, but you have a nice, oh, I got my little voter sticker. I didn't vote with this thing. Must have used it when earlier this year when I had to vote. Anyway, it's a nice open interior, which is really great. I will throw up the measurements because I did not look them up before this, but I got this item from Target and it's by A New Day. So the feel of it overall, they both feel fairly similar. I don't know whether this one's water repellent or not. Something struck me and I decided to go for a light color, which I had no idea why I did that because I always was nervous about it getting dirty. So cons of this one, and which is the reason why I wanted to go after this one. While it does have a large, wide opening, first of all, this lip is a little bit aggravating to deal with. Now, I only usually use mine for walks. Maybe I will take this to the gym, but for the most part, I was using this for walks because I walk almost every day. So it was a great item for me to have and take my phone with me and things like that when I couldn't stick it in my pocket on my leggings if my leggings did not have pockets. But the biggest hindrance with this was how long it is. So as you can see, this fits across all my chest basically. And so when you're opening it, it just kind of takes up more space across your body than you want. So if you plan on wearing it in the new the new way of wearing a belt bag, which is across the chest like this, just know if you're not a male or if you're not a female who has probably smaller chest and not a broad back, this probably just is not going to work for you, or I don't know. It just takes up too much room, as you can see there. Like it's great, but I just felt like over time it was just too much room. It took up too much room, and then I didn't like how the items kind of would lay on each other sometimes or fall to the side because it had room to slide around, which I was not a big fan of. So that is why I went with the Lululemon Everywhere bag, because of the compartmentalization, because it's small. So for you people out there, guys or females, if you have probably like a larger chest, you may not feel comfortable wearing it on top of your chest like this, that I'm able to get away with because I don't have a large bust. But you could kind of wear it under your boobs, I think, kind of in your stomach area if you still wanted to go crossbody. I don't know. You have to make that decision on what you feel comfortable with. But I like the smaller frame of it because it doesn't take up most of my chest area this way. It's just like a little small area here. It also, because takes up less real estate, the items didn't have as much of space to slide around, as well as the pockets on the inside help keep your things in place, which is great and convenient. So now let's get into what the items fit. Okay, so we got our setup so that way you can see close-ups of the bag, and we'll start with the Everywhere belt bag. And I got a lot of items to show you. I do not carry all of these items with me, but I thought it would be helpful to try to pack as much as I possibly could. So let's go ahead and do it. So first off, because there is the zipper in the back, I would take my main phone and put that in this back pocket. And you can see there's a lot of room in there. Also, if I wanted to stick my headphones in there, I can do that too. So that way they're in the same spot. Obviously, I know a lot of people use the pods now, but I use traditional wired headphones, but you can see it fits. Let me unsnap this so this gets out of my way. All right, so I'm just going to close that up. Next up, around the front portion, so let me open that up. So I have pulled out my work phone here. So this is an iPhone 12. Sorry about the ring light. So iPhone 12. So I'm just going to stick this in the slip pocket in the back. I also have a chapstick. So I'm going to stick that in this little pocket here. I didn't get it in there. There we go. Slip pocket right here. Also, if I wanted, and I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, this is a pretty hefty, thick wallet. So look, I don't know what you're carrying with you, but this is just help demonstrate. If you need to fit a bulky item, you can fit that in this middle portion here. And then let's say I want to take like a hand sanitizer or a body spray. We'll take something of this size. This is about 2 ounces. So you can get an idea. And we'll stick that there. Oh, okay. It just barely makes it. And then I have a pretty large lotion here. This lotion is 2.5 ounces. So this is a pretty large lotion. And I'm going to stick that in the little portion right here. Let's say I'm a pack rat. I carry everything in the kitchen sink with me and I don't want to condense. I have another little smaller profile card holder. And I'm going to stick that in here too. Next to my full-on wallet that can carry everything that this little one can. And then I'm going to be gone a while. So I'm going to take this phone charger with me. So I have that. I'm just going to stick it in the same spot just for organization purposes next to my chapstick. So as you can see here, this is pretty full of everything in the world, the kitchen sink. This puppy is nice and full. I don't even know if this is going to close. I don't even know if you'll want something with all these things across your chest, but you know, you never know what people are comfortable wearing. I personally would not be carrying this across my chest, but as you can see here, let me just pull this up just a little bit. Okay, as you can see here, I mean, it is very well packed and full. It's lumpy and bumpy, as you can see, but I have fit everything in here. So if you wanted to wear this across your waist, which is probably going to be the best way to wear this. I mean, it doesn't look like the 80s and 90s fanny packs, but, you know, still gets the job done, and it's still in a protected spot, so same purpose. It is stretching to the bagunkers out of this bag, but you got everything in here that you need. But what I want to see is that if we can fit all of those items into this now, the traditional fanny pack belt bag. All right, as I'm unpacking it, I'll just like take it out and put it in here. So we're going to start with the fat wallet. That way we'll do 2 at the same time. We'll take the charge bank and stick it towards the back so it just can lay flat. Lotion, bulky lotion number 1. Now I liked in the in the everywhere bag how I could leave it sitting up straight up. So that way I don't have to worry about it leaking. And this, I'm going to have to put it long ways and lay it to the side. Same thing with this. I'm going to have to lay it to the side. So I do run the risk of it leaking because it's not standing straight up. Next up is going to be second card holder. Phone. Stick that in the back. And chapstick. I'm going to stick my chapstick up here. All right. And I did not get my phone out, so let me get my phone out. There we go. Phone and headphones. So I'm going to stick the second phone. Obviously, this is a 10. This phone is old. Old child. It's a dinosaur. So as you can see, we've gotten everything in here. Oops, I hit my mannequin. Everything in here, but what I want to see is if I can close it up. And I don't know. This one has 1 zipper, just so you know. So, okay, it closed. And then what I will do is take these headphones and stick them in the front. So, see, this one gets caught on this lip, which is so aggravating. All right, so we got everything in here. It is very bulky. I feel like it doesn't look as strained as the Everywhere bag did. So as far as it being longer, it does work. But if you can imagine, because everything is just kind of piled here in the middle, I would also wear this around the waist. I don't know if you really would want to wear this around your chest because of how bulky it is and how full it is. But to just show that you can get everything in the traditional, but I feel like it helps compartmentalize it better in the Everywhere. So yeah, there you go. So, but I did show that you can get it in here. So you can see that example. My vote for, as you probably can imagine, is going to be the Everywhere bag. And the reason for that, the Everywhere bag, and the reason for that is just going to be that it's a smaller bag in length, and I like that better, and it gives you more options to store items in different places rather than piling everything within the same compartment. Also, I think the win is going to be that items like lotions, lipsticks, anything that can possibly leak out, you don't really want to lay them to the side. You want them to stand straight up, and so you can do that with this Everywhere bag versus the traditional fanny pack belt bag style. So I would go with the Everywhere, and is the reason why I wanted to go for this versus continuing to use this one. But definitely, hopefully that helps you make the choice that is best for you. Thank you so much for watching, and leave your comments and questions down below.